We bought it hoping that it would like be life-changing, and guys, life-changing it was.
Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day. I'm so excited to be doing this video because today's video is all about newborn essentials. So this is a topic that a lot of you guys requested. I know a lot of you guys have been interested to hear about all of the items I've been using with my baby, who's not here right now because he's downstairs sleeping, so I'm taking advantage of the time during his nap to film this video. However, I do have Coco guest starring again. You may remember her from my postpartum video, I think it was. She's hanging out with me in the background, so you may see her being active or she may just sleep. But yeah, my baby boy is now 8 weeks old, and so I really wanted to take the first couple months to like figure out exactly what products I loved, find my favorites, and before I sat down to film a video for you guys and like told you all about what I was using, I wanted to make sure that they were all products that I stand behind and things that like I really would recommend. So I spent the last 8 weeks really finding out what works best for us and some of the things that like I found that we could not live without, and that's what I used to put together this video. So I have a lot of stuff here to share with you guys. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be covering like sleep time, changing, nursery essentials, daily must-have things we use every single day, and I'll have everything of course in the description box down below for you guys as well too, so that you can find it on your own once this video is over, or during, I don't mind. So I've got my phone with me as always, reminding me of everything I wanted to cover today so I don't forget anything for you guys. But of course, if you have any other questions or think of anything else you want to know or just have other video ideas for me, leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. You know what I'm saying. So I figured I would start with clothing because that is one of the funnest parts of this whole process. So the very first thing that I have to recommend that hands down we use all the time are these little footed sleepers. Look how tiny it is. Look how cute. So I get the majority of my baby clothing from Carter's, especially during the newborn phase. I have a lot of super cute clothes that I've gotten from like TJ Maxx and H&M and places like that. I haven't dipped into Zara just because they're a little pricier than I'd like to spend when they grow so fast, but I know they have adorable things. I've been getting the bulk of things from Carter's because they have great basics, great staples, and things like this that they have in a bunch of different colors that you can get for super, super cheap. So I stocked up on a bunch of these little sleepers and we use them every single night for him to sleep in. If he's not in these, he's really cold, and we usually have to put him in like, you know, a top and pants and socks and like bundle him up a little bit more. But we have found that these are like the perfect amount of warmth for our baby. What I love about them is that they do have the feet already built in, so you don't have to worry about socks for them. So it's just all one piece. It makes changing in the middle of the night super seamless. Even more so than these, I would definitely recommend to get yourself some zip up sleepers. So this is in the next size up. This is actually size 3 months. These ones are size newborn, or this one is size newborn. I would recommend stocking up on both because you never know how big your baby's gonna be. I had so many people who told me that I would not need newborn sizes. Like so many people were like, Olivia, they're only gonna fit in newborns for 4 days. It's not worth investing in. But my son wore newborn sizes until he was about 6.5, 7 weeks old actually. And he was born at 7 pounds, 7 ounces. So it's not like he was a super tiny baby. He just fit newborn sizes for a while. Every baby is different, but I would recommend, you know, getting a few newborn sizes just in case. These sleepers though are a lifesaver, especially the zip up ones. Like the zip up ones are just so easy to zip down, zip up, quick changing, and you're good to go. So Carter's has a bunch of them and a bunch of gender neutral ones too. So I mentioned that Carter's has a bunch of great basics. So I bought several of these little packs that just had a bunch of t-shirt onesies in them. They're really adorable. These ones are the newborn size and I actually just went to pack them away today because they no longer fit him. Look how tiny! You can get packs of these little onesies that come in packs of like 8 or 5 or something like that at Carter's. They have ones for boys, they have ones for girls, they have gender neutral. Get a couple packs of those in a variety of sizes. We use these all the time. We went through several of them, sometimes a day. Sometimes he would be able to make one last the whole day. Sometimes we would go through a couple in one day, depending on his blowout situation. But these packs of like t-shirt onesies are just really, really handy. And then you can stick a couple in the diaper bag too and keep them on the go go with you as well. They also make packs of little pants. So like these are just a couple of the little, oh my god, they're so small. A couple of the little pants that I got at Carter's as well. Again, great for like mixing and matching, and because the pants and onesies come from the same place, they all like pair together really nicely too. Then along the same lines for sleeping, I would highly recommend getting a couple of these like easy swaddle things. This one's a little messed up just the way it is underneath. There you go. These things were a lifesaver with swaddling. My son is not a fan of swaddling. We actually stopped doing it after a couple weeks because he would just always find a way to get an arm out, or he would just scream bloody murder until we took him out. He likes to be free. But when we were swaddling him, these things made it a lot easier. So they have Velcro on them, so it just really like holds them in. It allows you to like really tuck them in nicely and also adjust the fit, because these are just Velcro straps that you can like move over as much as you want. You can find these anywhere. We got a couple on Amazon. They have them at Target. I'll have some linked down below for you guys. But we grabbed a few of these, and while we were still swaddling him, we definitely used them. They came in handy because we could not get the blanket swaddle thing down. The hospital could swaddle him like no problem, and he'd be out all night. And once we got home, we were like, how do we swaddle? He could find his way out of everything. But these kept him contained a little bit more at least. So would definitely recommend getting some of these. However, the one blanket that we were able to swaddle him in were actually these really soft blankets from a company called Copper Pearl. So I actually have one right in the packaging like this, so this is what the label looks like. They have the cutest little prints. They have solids. We have several of these. So this little blue one has been like his blankie. We use this since we brought him home. It's still like our favorite one to use with him. He seems the most comfortable with it. We also have this striped one that's really cute. They're huge too, like you can see how much fabric they are, and they're really lightweight and really stretchy. So we were able to get a good tight swaddle, but he was still able to stretch out in there, and he was still really comfortable. It's like the softest fabric. And then we also have this one that has like little sharks on it. They have so many cute prints. But this fabrication is just so nice. We use them all the time in the car seat. We keep him in his swing. We use these. If you're looking for swaddle blankets, I would definitely recommend these. You can find them on Amazon or the company's website, and they have a bunch of really cute prints. For girls, they have like the sweetest, most precious prints. Plus they have like car seat covers, which I also use, things like that. I should have brought one. Mine is downstairs, but I have a cover that I use for the car seat. It's like one of those 5-in-1s. It's great for keeping the car seat covered, so if we're taking him in and out of stores or something like that, he's not like blinded by the lights. But it's also good for nursing. You can just like pop it over your head and nurse in public, or nurse like in the car on the go if you need to, not while you're moving, but you know what I'm saying. So I would definitely recommend those too. That's also something that we used a lot over the last couple months. And then the last piece of clothing I wanted to mention getting were also some footed pants. So socks did not fit my baby for his first 4 weeks. So for his first month, socks were so big that they fell off. And that's why you always find socks, like random baby socks, out in public. Like once I had a baby, I was like, oh, that's why I always see one baby sock in the parking lot. So I would definitely recommend getting some pants with the little feet built in like this. I got this pair at Gymboree on sale a while ago, but Carter's also has like 2 packs of them. They're really helpful to just put him in put your baby in a onesie and some footed pants, and then you don't have to worry about socks until they actually fit. It helps get through the first month. Plus these are good for sleeping in too. They keep him warm, and when we're taking him out and about, I love to put these on him too, because then it's just like one less thing to worry about since it's socks and pants built in together. So the next thing I wanted to mention are a couple of the big guys I have next to me. You may be able to see part of them. The first thing is the Boppy. So this thing, guys, this thing has been with me this whole journey. So I brought this to the hospital with me to nurse my son in the hospital. I use it every single time I nurse him now. He is still a little dude. At 2 months old, he's about 12 pounds. So he's not like, I mean, he's beefy. He's a meaty guy. But he's small enough that like he doesn't do great nursing when I just try and prop him up. Like I can do that sometimes, you know, in a pinch I can do that, but for the most part he likes to get comfy, he likes to lay on his side. I put this Boppy like right on my lap and he'll lay on it and be able to nurse like and be super comfortable with it. So this thing has been a savior, especially as we introduce bottles to him. My husband will use the Boppy to feed him bottles too, and it keeps things like, it's a nice smooth transition for my baby, and that way like he's already used to it. This one is one of like the Boppy Luxes, so it has this nice like super soft fuzzy fabric on one side and then it's smooth on the other. And I love that it's just a cover. You can unzip it and wash it. I actually just took this one out of the wash, so it's nice and fresh. But a Boppy is like a must. I use it multiple times a day, all day long, 24/7 when I'm feeding my baby. And then the other thing that is like a have to have, like I would say you have to have it. It's expensive, so I don't want to say you have to have it, but like I have to have it, is the DockATot. I'm like, how do I hold this in the camera? Guys, let me tell you about the DockATot. The DockATot is like my best friend. The DockATot is the babysitter when you just need to like put your baby down and like get a minute to breathe. The DockATot, he slept in for probably the first like 6 weeks. The DockATot is like one of my best friends these days. No, my baby's like almost too big for it now. Like he fills out all of this space, but he loves it. He's getting to the point now where he's a little bit like getting a little too old for it. Like he can hang out in there and then he gets a little tired of it. But over the last 2 months, this thing we used so much, especially when we first brought him home from the hospital and he was like so tiny and like, you know, we would hold him, but really he just slept all day long. This thing, he would just like chillin', he was good to go. Again, you can unzip the cover and wash it. It just really comes in handy. It's expensive, but it's such an investment, and this is honestly, this and the Boppy are like the two things that we use all day, every day. So, you know, if you can swing it or if you get a gift card, I would highly recommend getting the DockATot. It is not like overrated at all. You know, if you hear good things about it, it's not people just saying it. I swear by it. All right, then as far as some of the little everyday things that we use, the first thing I have to say are these little Avent Soothie pacifiers. I know pacifiers are kind of controversial, but if you do use them, this is the best kind to use. This is the kind that like our hospital and our breastfeeding class recommended to us. It's because of the way the nipple like is larger at the bottom, it doesn't affect their suck as much apparently. Also, we were told that them sucking on it helps, you know, soothe them, it helps promote self-soothing, and it helps them learn how to develop their suck when it comes to eating. I digress, but these are the best, they're awesome. What I really love about them too is that they have this little hole on the end, so you can stick your finger in there and like hold the pacifier in their mouth, and it helps them like they can feel your finger, and I'll feel him like chomping down on my finger. So then I know that he's sucking, that it's like working for him, and then he, I think, feels that connection with me too. They're just awesome, I swear by these. They come in a little 2-pack like this, and you can pick them up at Target, you can pick them up at like Walmart, Buy Buy Baby, any of those places. They're pretty much everywhere. I've even seen them at the grocery store, and they're like $3 and something for a pack of 2. So I end up grabbing a pack for myself almost every time we go to Target because we use so many of them, and then we'll lose them, or the dogs will take one, or Coco, she loves to like steal these and take them in her kennel. I'm like, girl, those are not for you. Favorite type of pacifier, for sure, we use them a ton. I also wanted to mention my baby carrier. So the carrier that I use is from a company called Lily Baby. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll put a picture and some clips right here. I love it. So it is like super sturdy. It makes me feel like I have Arnie gear on. He is so comfortable in it. When I put it on, he just passes out. It's got all these adjustable straps. You can really customize the fit. It has like a sun thing to protect him from the sun. It's got a pocket. It has all this fancy stuff. I can talk about it more in another video if you'd like to hear about it, but if you're looking for baby carriers, I would highly recommend checking them out. I got it, I paid for it with my own money. This isn't like sponsored or anything, but I just found that I really loved mine, and I've had some people ask me where I got it, so I wanted to mention it. Being a first-time mom, obviously I've never used baby carriers before, and I've never, you know, I don't find myself particularly knowledgeable in the baby carrier realm, and I find it very easy to put on, and very easy to put on by myself too, which is really important to me because I'm not always with my husband. So sometimes I need to be able to like quickly strap the baby to me and like get on with what I'm doing. And that carrier is just like really easy to maneuver all on my own too. So totally would recommend checking them out. Then I figured I would mention the car seat and stroller that we're using as well. I wouldn't say it's like a must-have because it's also a little pricier, and you know, there's so many out there on the market, but I figured somebody might ask, so I just want to mention it. So we use the Chico Keyfit 30 stroller and car seat combo thing. It's like a 3-in-1 system. I really love it. I've heard from other people they use that car seat combo as well. Everybody seems to really like it. There is like so much versatility to it. It's great because the car seat just like snaps into the car, and then you can snap it into the stroller as well. And then once he grows out of that car seat, the stroller is big enough for a toddler. I think it says you can use them up to 3 years. So it is an investment and we love it. It folds in half. It's super easy to use. Again, it's a product that I can maneuver all on my own, which I really appreciate and value. So yeah, just if you're wondering, that's the car seat and stroller combo that we use. And then we have a jogging stroller as well that's like, you know, more for like heavy duty outdoorsy stuff, but our everyday stroller is the Chico Keep It. I also figured I'd mention our swing. So I showed that in my vlog recently and a lot of you guys were asking about it. So the swing that he uses, he's actually in it napping right now. I love that swing. Like that swing, we bought it hoping that it would like be life-changing, and guys, life-changing it was. So this swing, also last time I checked, it was on sale at Target. I'll have it linked down below for you guys. But it is awesome. It's a great price. It's got these adorable little bears at the top that he watches. He loves to like look up at the bears, and as he gets older, it's been super cool to see him become more aware of the bears and swing and things like that. It has the ability to swing side to side, or it can swing like front to back. So you can adjust it based on the mood your baby's in or what he needs. We use both. But it's great because my baby particularly loves movement. He's a kid that, like I said, you put him in the carrier, you put him in the car seat, you put him in the stroller, and he's like out. Like if he's moving, he's out. He likes to be swung, he likes to be rocked a lot. And so that swing has been great for him to take naps. He hangs out in there all day. He'll just like hang out in there awake. We have it next to our couch, so it's almost like a new piece of furniture in our living room. And then it's like, I don't know, he just likes to hang out in there, and like it's like his little chair. So would definitely recommend a swing like that. And the one we have, it's got a great price. It's pretty basic, nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done and he loves it. So the next thing I wanted to mention that is absolutely an essential to me is gripe water. So we get this little gripe water at Target. This one's by the brand Mommy's Bliss, but there's a couple different brands out there. This stuff is amazing for getting rid of the hiccups. So what it is like this sweet, almost like syrup for them. So babies like the taste of it because it's a little bit sweet. My son loves it. Like we put this little syringe up to his mouth and he like is ready for it. There's a dog hair on it, so need to wash that. He loves it. So this stuff, it says it's for gas, colic, fussiness, or hiccups. To be honest, we actually have something else which I'll talk about in a second for gas. I don't particularly notice anything with fussiness or colic, but what I do use this for is hiccups. So my baby got hiccups in the womb. He had hiccups all the time while I was pregnant, like 2 or 3 times a day, and even now still he gets the hiccups probably 1 to 2 times a day. We give him this stuff and it takes care of it instantly, and he hates the hiccups. Like if he has them and he doesn't really feel particularly bothered by it, then we won't give it to him just because it's kind of unnecessary. But typically when he gets the hiccups, he gets fussy, he's moving around, he starts whining or crying a little bit, like he hates them. So we give him some of this gripe water. It's like all natural and it takes care of it. So of course, consult your doctor before you give your baby anything, but I know a lot of people recommend this and I would as well because we use it all the time. Then as far as gas is concerned, I would definitely recommend getting yourself some gas drops. This is just the Up and Up brand. I got these at Target. These things are great because the dropper actually, like the syringe is actually part of the lid, so it just comes out like that. But when he gets really fussy or he has a tummy ache or it's super, like his tummy's really hard or something, we give him this and it seems, I don't want to say it totally takes care of it, but it seems to take care of it. It definitely helps. So gas drops and gripe water, like if you Google like how do I fix hiccups, how do I fix gas, things like that, that's what's gonna come up. People are gonna tell you to get gripe water and gas drops. So yeah, I use both of them on the regular. Then a couple other things I wanted to mention. If you are nursing, I have 2 products that I swear by when it comes to nursing and pumping. The first one is the milk catcher. I've mentioned this in a couple different videos now and I'm mentioning it again because it is that awesome. See how it's got this little hole on it? So what you do is while you're nursing, you put it on the other breast that you are not nursing from, and all it does is catch milk that is already leaking out. So especially when you first have a baby, you are gonna leak milk a lot. I wish I would have gotten 2 of these, and I'm not exaggerating. I wish I would have gotten 2 of them and just worn them in my bra all the time, because they're noticeable, but they're not like, you can kind of get away with it, sort of, but I'm just hanging out at home recovering anyways, and I would have been able to collect so much milk because I just leaked a ton my first few weeks, so after having the baby. So I would definitely recommend checking these things out. They just allow you to catch an extra, I would say I catch like an extra 1 to 2 ounces every time I use it. Some days I don't catch anything, but on a day where I am catching milk in here, or when I am leaking a little bit, I'll catch like 1 to 2 ounces when I feed him and I use this. Then you're building up your freezer supply without messing with what your body's making. It's just like a great product to have. And then as far as pumping goes, I would definitely get yourself one of these like hands-free pumping bras. So I got this one just at Target. It's like the Lancino brand. That's what the box looks like. It says it's adjustable sizing, so if it's extra small to large. It has this band that's on the back. I actually did not adjust it at all, so however it came in the box, I just pulled it out, started using it, and it fits me perfectly. So it has these little holes that you can like put the pump through, and that way it just like holds the pumps in place, and you can go about your business. You can be on your phone, you can do things. I have tried to just hold them there with both hands, and you can't do anything at all while you're doing it. I would definitely recommend getting yourself one of these. It's also something that I use every single day or every single time I pump. Then the last everyday essential that I wanted to mention, I've got more. Like, this is not the last product in this video, but this is the last thing that I use every single day, is actually an app. So it's this app called Baby Tracker. It allows you to track when they're eating. It allows you to document if you're nursing, if they're drinking from a bottle, if they're drinking formula, like whatever the type of food they're eating is. It allows you to track when you're pumping and what your supply is, like what your freezer supply is or your inventory. You can track their diapers, whether they're mixed, wet, or dirty. You can track their sleep and then other things in there as well. I use this every single time I feed him. So my routine is that like I will sit down, I'll grab my boppy, I'll plop my baby on it, and I will put like when I start to feed him. So you can actually click, if you're nursing, you can click like what side you start from, if it's the left breast or the right breast, and then you can stop so that you don't have to track how long they're eating, because the app will take care of it. So when I'm done, it can tell me like he ate for 13.5 minutes on the left side, and then I can pause it or I can stop it and start him on the right side, whatever you want to do. I also love it because it will keep track of how long ago it's been. So I can see right here that, you know, it's been a few hours since he last ate, so as soon as he wakes up from his nap, he's gonna be good to go. It will also tell you how many times he fed today, how long he ate in total, like how long he ate on one side, how long he ate on the other side total, so you know that you're feeding evenly if you do that. It's just awesome. So if you have a baby and you're planning to feed them and change their diapers, I would recommend getting the Baby Tracker app. It's free and it's great to use. Also, like I said, something I swear by and I use every single day, all day long. In his nursery, there's a couple things I wanted to mention. One is actually the diaper pail that we use. It's kind of random, like, but the little garbage pail that we use is the Munchkin diaper pail. I love it because it has like an Arm & Hammer, is that what it's called? Arm & Hammer like scent thing, so it prevents it from getting too stinky, but it also just has these like refillable bags that you just place in there and then you know, pull out. It condenses the diapers. It's super easy to change. We use it all the time, and yeah, I just really like it. I never smell anything. It's really easy to use, so I figured I would mention that. Then I wanted to mention the changing pad that we use as well on our changing table, because I see a lot of people talk about these peanut changing pads that are plastic and they're like $120, and I almost bought one for myself, and then I just realized like, no, I don't need a $120 changing pad. If you use one, great, but if you're trying to save on money and you're like me and don't want to spend $100 on a changing pad, the one I got is from Target, and it is $20 on their website, and it's awesome. It's still waterproof. Like, I just took the cover off of it. So if you saw my nursery tour, I used to have this really cute chevron like changing pad cover on it, and it matched our bed sheet for the crib, but he peed on it every single day, multiple times a day. So quickly I learned this is not gonna work, because I was washing that changing pad cover every single day. So I just took it off. We just have the plain white changing pad. He loves it. Like, my baby loves his changing pad. I don't know why. We put him on it and he just starts smiling. But it has a strap so you can strap him in as he gets bigger. It is waterproof, so if it gets messy, I just wipe it down. It's really easy to use, and it's 20 bucks, so check it out at Target. Okay, I had to take a break and go feed my baby, so hopefully the lighting doesn't look too much different now. But like I was saying, the next thing that I wanted to mention that we use all the time in the nursery is actually this little sound machine. It's like so little and cute. And it's this little machine that is great because it, one, plays white noise, so you can just turn, oh, it's been on for a while, so it's, I think ours is dead right now. I should have charged it before doing this video, but it plays white noise if you like switch the switch one way, and if you switch it the other way, it actually is Bluetooth enabled, so it can connect with your phone and you can play sounds from your phone. It also has this hook that's adjustable like this, so it's intended to like be able to hang from the crib or from the car seat or the stroller, so you can take it on the go with you too. We just hang it on his crib and we play it when he's a little fussy, and it does the trick. The white noise is awesome. But this company, Wave Hello, also makes those belly buds, if you've ever heard of those. I actually used those when I was pregnant as well, and they connect to this app. I think it's called Voice Share, but it allows you to record your voice. It allows you to play music through these like little belly buds into your belly, and I used that when I was pregnant to play him music. And so now it's kind of cool because I can use that same app with this little Bluetooth speaker to play the same sounds that he heard while he was in the womb and play the same music, same recordings. Even like I had recorded myself reading a book to him when he was in my belly, and so now I can play that through here too, the exact same recording he heard when he was in the womb. So kind of cool. I think it's awesome. I would highly recommend the belly buds if you haven't tried them. And then this is just like the second stage, but if you are looking for a white noise machine or something like that, this has been awesome. We use it a lot and it's super easy to use too. We have a little visitor now because he needed to be with mama. So the next couple things I wanted to mention have to do with changing and things like that. The first thing that is an awesome, like must have that I would definitely recommend getting are these little Dreft pens. So if you are familiar with like Tide to Go pens, these work exactly the same way, but they're by the Dreft company. So they're with like the special baby laundry type of detergent things. I don't know how to describe it, but it's within the same realm, so it's safe to use. It smells super, super good, and it's got this like handy dandy little cap. I have several of these. I've got one in the diaper bag. I have one at my changing station. I think I have one in my purse. You can get them for just a couple dollars at Target, so definitely recommend getting these. They are great for coming in handy when you don't want to like throw a whole load of laundry in, but you need to get a stain taken care of like right away. When he was like 2 weeks old, he had a blowout in the DockATot and stained it. I was so upset because there was a stain right on it, and this thing like got it out completely. So pick yourself up one of these. You won't regret it, and you will find yourself reaching for it all the time. Then we wouldn't be talking about changing if I didn't mention A&D ointment. So this stuff is like the bomb for getting rid of diaper rash. I'll talk about diaper rash in a second, but we tried out a couple different types of wipes, and the first kinds we tried out always gave him diaper rash, and this stuff always cleared it up. So we use this almost every time we change him because it's great for preventative care as well. This one is just the like original ointment, but it's the prevent kind. You can get this at Target as well, just in the baby section. As you can tell, we've gone through like a good amount of the tube already in the time that we've had it. We use it a lot, and it just like helps clean messes. It helps so that things don't stick to him. It helps take care of diaper rash like instantly, not instantly, but right away, and then it prevents it too. Yeah, you like the A&D ointment. Then I also wanted to mention the Honest Company Organic Healing Balm. I've been using this on his skin because he breaks out a little bit. So I noticed like at one point when he was a few weeks old, he had a little bit of a rash on his belly. I don't know if it was from like something he wore or if it was from something on my skin. I don't know what it was, but it just looked like a little bit of a rash on his stomach, and I used this on it and it cleared it up right away. It's just a great like all-purpose ointment similar to the A&D cream, but I use this on rashes like on other areas other than diaper rash, and it seems to help those out too. So I just wanted to mention that as well. And it's also great for like chafed, sensitive skin, things like that. This I wouldn't say is completely necessary. It's just something that I found has worked for me. The A&D ointment, however, this stuff is completely necessary. Get yourself one, put it in your diaper bag. You will be using it a lot. So then wipes. Water wipes. Water wipes are my favorite. We tried out a couple different kinds of wipes. When he first came home from the hospital, we were using Huggies wipes. Those gave him diaper rash. Huggies, so the Huggies wipes gave him diaper rash. We also used the Pampers Pure wipes, and those kind of gave him diaper rash, although they were better with him than Huggies were. Not saying anything bad about those companies or those brands, it's just they didn't really work for him. But water wipes have been awesome. So they are a little pricier, like they're $3.99 for a pack this big of 60 wipes, which is really hard for me to pay when Pampers are literally half that price. but they do not give him diaper rash. They're super gentle on his skin. They're really wet, so that may be something that could either be a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a good thing because they clean up everything, but I've read reviews where people say they're like too wet for their liking. But what's great about them is that they're 99.9% water, and then they have just a drop of a fruit extract that helps with healing and with sensitive skin issues. So these like get the job done. They're great for blowouts. I can clean everything, an entire blown out dirty diaper with one of these wipes. My husband cannot, but I can. You can also get them in bigger quantities on Amazon. We just pick them up at Target, and then they have travel sizes as well that are awesome. So water wipes have been like our savior. They've been awesome. They are definitely like my favorite brand of wipes. I don't think I'll be going back to using anything else now that I've gotten hooked on these. Plus, they're great for removing makeup. So those late nights when you are feeding at 9 p.m. and you've got a full face of makeup on it and you're like, I'm not gonna have the energy to remove this makeup once I'm done feeding my baby, you just grab a water wipe and you wipe all that stuff off. It works like a charm. So I've been using these clearly to remove my makeup and clean up other things as well. We also use Pampers diapers. So I don't really have a preference. That's just what's worked for us. We got Huggies diapers from the hospital when we came home, and then I just bought Pampers just to do it, and we've been using them ever since. So he seems to like them. He's only had like 2 or 3, nah, he's had more than that, but he hasn't had like crazy blowouts. Like they keep things contained, and yeah, he likes them. Yeah, you like those. Then I also wanted to mention baby nail files. So this is something that is definitely an essential. His nails are, he's 8 weeks old now, and his nails are still too soft to cut. So I have baby nail trimmers and they just don't cut it. They can't like grasp it. But I got these nail files from Frida Baby. I actually got a set that had 1 nail file and then the nail trimmers or the nail clippers. And then I found this pack on Amazon that had 5 just plain nail files. So I think that's really helpful because those will be what you're using like when they first come home. He does get hang nails. His nails do grow long, but it's just the nail clippers don't pick them up. These definitely come in handy. We use these a lot, and I love that I could just buy them in a pack of 5 too, because then if I lose one, it's not a big deal. Then the last thing I'll mention is just the product that we use for him, or the product line we use for him when we're giving him baths. It's actually this stuff called Baby Magic, which I haven't seen anybody talk about. It's kind of hard to find. My sister-in-law got me this pack and a couple other products. I know a lot of times you can get it at Walmart. You can also find a couple of them on Amazon. I'll have it linked down below for you. Like this is like their calming baby bath. There's also, they have a hair and body wash, so I use this to wash his hair and his body, as it says. And then there's a gentle baby lotion, and then they have a calming baby lotion as well. I really like it because it's super affordable compared to some other brands that may mark things up a little bit, but also it smells so good. Like, oh, it smells so good, and it's gentle on them, and it leaves his skin so soft. So if you're in the market for something affordable, if you're at Walmart and you see it, I would definitely recommend trying it. That's what we've been using, and then my sister-in-law, her whole family like swears by it too, so I just figured I would mention that stuff. And that is it. I know this was a really long video. I'm sorry, but these are honestly things I use every single day. If it's not every single day, it's every other day, it's on the regular. These are the products I swear by, the things that I think are essential with a newborn. But yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned all of those things to you. He's been a little moody today, so I should probably go and take care of him now that he's awake. Here he goes. He's in his little fake Versace tee. Don't you think it's cute, bud? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any other baby essentials that I didn't mention, leave them in a comment because I would love to hear from you. Of course, I would love if you subscribe so I could have you back to my channel and have you join my family. And yeah, let me know anything you'd like to see. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I really appreciate you watching. I will catch you in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to today's, what am I saying? Welcome back to today's video. You guys are new to today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to my, what am I saying? Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Every time I film a video, I sit down and I realize I forgot something, so gotta get that. So I figured I would start with clothing because that is the funnest part, am I right? Not the funnest, but my hair extensions are coming undone back here. Okay, okay. Olivia, get it together, girl. Otherwise, you're gonna have an hour-and-a-half of footage that you have to edit later on. Like, we put this little dropper syringe up to his mouth, and he's like ready for it. Should have buttoned this thing up before I sat down. I knew I should have done that, and now I'm buttoning all these damn buttons. So I figured I would start with clothing because that is one of the farthest, oh my god, too much baby around me.